Om Shanti. A very warm welcome to all of you and Happy New Year. जिसको भी हिंदी में सुनना है यू कैन सिलेक्ट द लैंग्वेज. इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑप्शन में हिंदी लैंग्वेज सिलेक्ट कर सकते हैं. So I think it is okay to say Happy New Year, right? Or it's already many days have passed by and we are back to our routine, or there is still that newness, that fresh air of zeal and enthusiasm, right? Everyone can ask themselves, right? So ideally, it should not be just that on the 31st night we say Happy New Year. We wish everyone, and that happiness is lost the next day when I get up. It should not be like that, right? And so that is why the topic is New Year, New Consciousness. Because many times to bring newness in our life, what we do is we buy new things. We buy new, like we buy clothes, right? We want to look new, we want to look different. So we do that, right? Or maybe we'll buy a new phone, right? To bring that enthusiasm, that newness, that change in life, we try to do many things like that. Physical changes we try to bring. Maybe we buy a new house, a new job, right? But after some time, what happens? It again becomes normal, right? And we get used to it, and then again we look forward for something new, right? And so what I need to look at it, how can I make that newness constant? Is it possible even to have that newness every moment, every day? Is it possible or not? Right? If you have to physically buy things, then maybe it is not possible or maybe not practical, right? Maybe someday you will run out of money or, right? So physically, definitely it is not possible, but mentally or spiritually, it is indeed possible. And for that, what I need is new consciousness. And new consciousness here could be new awareness, new attitude. Okay. And when I have new attitude, new vision, you will find that even though your life is pretty much same, right? You are working for the same job, or you are doing the same business, you are living with the same family, but because you have new attitude, right? New vision, new perspective towards life, you will find that will bring zeal and enthusiasm, right? And so, let me ask you at this point, have you all had any resolutions for this new year? How many of you raise your hand? Maybe electronic hand or physical hand, those who are having video on, right? You have resolutions, right? And how well you are doing? Right? It's already 14 days have passed, right? So I have to, in order to bring that newness, what I have to do is I have to adapt some discipline in my life, right? Sometimes people think that, oh, I want to go now every day to gym to feel healthy, right? Or it could be any resolution, right? But what I mean to say is that in order to bring newness in your life, you have to bring a change. And so, when you bring a change, and if you are able to bring that change and you are consistent with it, for at least psychologically, it is said that if you are consistent for 21 days, then you can form a new habit. So, then you can change the way you are living a life, right? And why new consciousness is really needed in year 2026? Because when you look out in the world, when you look at the news, what when you hear it, what is your experience until now? Looking at the world out there, right? You find that things have become more and more critical. There are more sad news, more news of sorrow, right? Which we hear, right? And that is why I am saying that really at this very moment we should have new consciousness, right? To maintain that balance, to maintain that zeal and enthusiasm in life. Because situations are now becoming more and more stronger, and we are becoming, as human beings, we are becoming more vulnerable to that, right? And so I have to stay motivated, right? Inspired. And so, what I need to bring in my life is having a positive outlook. New beginning, yeah, new year has changed, but then I need to bring a positive outlook in whatever I do, right? And that will bring new awareness, a moment of fresh air, right? There is something to look forward in life, right? And so, when you keep that promise, right, that maybe I want to be more happier, I don't want to be frustrated, or I don't want to be sad, or I don't want to feel down, but I want to be feel more peaceful, more cooperative, right? More energetic, isn't it? You would have resolutions of something of that kind, right? So, do you think that when you made this resolution, now all the things will subside, all the negative things will subside, and whatever you want to do, you are going to do it? Is that what is going to happen, or what? No. So, I am also aware that situations will come. Adverse situations will come in my life. But when I say I want to stay more positive, more happy, more courageous, means that what I'm doing is I am empowering myself. I am believing in myself that no matter what happens, I will still maintain my peace of mind. I will still maintain that courage and not lose it. Right? That is what we did indirectly, isn't it? Right? So, how you will deal with it then? It's very good that I made a resolution that I want to be happy, I will always be cooperative. Very good, right? But when the situation comes, what happens, right? What happens really? Hmm? Or you could have faced certain kind of those situations maybe in these 15 days, right? In these first 13, 14 days or not. And you are successful in it, or you got affected and your resolution or your zeal and enthusiasm is little low. Right? I have to check that, isn't it? So so there are two things into it, right? One is maybe you may say that, oh, situation is very strong, I cannot deal with it, and I accept my defeat, right? That okay, I became negative, or I became sad, right? Even though my resolution was something else, but you accept your defeat. That is one thing. The second could be that irrespective what the situation is, right? I don't get affected. Is it possible? Hmm? Difficult. It is possible, but it is difficult, okay? So, here in spirituality, what I have understood is there are two things. One is outer world, another is inner world. Okay? What is outer world? Outer world is when you relate to the world outside, right? Meeting colleagues, right? Communicating with your family members, right? It is an outer world, right? What you see things are happening in the country, in the world is outer world, right? So you will find that in the outer world, you will see there is anger, there is love, there is frustration, there is depression, there is cooperation, there is jealousy, there is competition. What is outer world? Outer world is combination of good and bad. Okay, that is outer world. And what is inner world? Inner world is my thoughts, my feelings, my perspective, my vision, right? My attitude. This is inner world. And when I was giving this example, right, of that if the situation is bigger, what is situation is coming from an outer world, right? It can impact your inner world. It may impact your inner world. But if my inner world is more powerful, the more belief I have, the more faith I have in myself, you will find that you will be able to face the outer world. Okay? And that is why many times you will find that sometimes when you are in a very good mood, you are very happy, and things are going well, someone tells you something bad, you take it very lightly, that okay, it's fine, I will deal with it, right? And sometimes you are not in a good mood, and some small thing comes in front of you, and you give up. You 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 broke yourself, right? So it all depends on my inner state of mind. If I am internally very strong, courageous, then you will find that situations could be even very tough. but you will be able to deal with it. But if you are internally weak, what will happen? A small thing can create a big impact in your life. Okay? And we all would have gone through it. Right? Even a big situation also, but when you are optimistic, a big situation you thought that, oh, I will take care of it, and you were able to handle it well. But when there was a very small thing, someone would have said something and you are upset about it, and you think, oh, this is a big thing, that person didn't say even sorry to me. And in that small situation, you will find that you have given up and you are vulnerable. Right? So it shows my inner state of mind. And so, understand this principle of life, that whatever is happening in the outer world, if you don't allow it in, then it will not go in. It will not affect you. If you don't allow it in. Right? If you say, oh, this is a piece of cake, I will be able to deal with it, you will be able to deal with it. But many times you see that situation comes and you say, oh, you know, this is what happened. What it means? I'm afraid of that situation, right? I'm confused. I don't know what to do. The expression itself tells me that with what attitude I have approached this situation. Right? And that is why here in this one, at Brahma Kumaris, the way to deal with big things, what we use this word is nothing new. Right? Any big situation comes, if you tell yourself nothing new has happened, then you will have courage to handle that situation. That okay, it's not new, so then it is a normal thing. And so let me approach with it. And if you approach, you will be able to overcome. But if you think, oh, this is how it happened, this happened in my life, it was like a disaster, then it will make you, you will fall apart. Why? Because you consider that situation as a disaster. Who created it? Who made that call that whether it is a disaster or it is nothing new? It is me, right? It is my attitude, it is my perception which has made me believe that this is such a big thing, this is a disaster. Right? Because you understand that there are lot of hidden powers which we have. We have lot more inner strength than I know for my own self. Okay? And that is why what I need to do is just at that moment have little bit of courage to handle it. It could be relationships, it could be a person who every time gives you a comment and which is not good, but every time you have to deal with it. It could be anything, right? It could be relationship, it could be outside situation, it could be financial situation, it could be any situation. But if I keep courage and keep that optimistic approach, that let me see what I can do better. Just keep that awareness that what I can do better in this. And you will find many different alternatives. And from that, pick one, whatever you think is right at that moment. Okay? And this is where new consciousness comes in, right? That don't feel pressure, don't feel that that I don't have any option, I don't have any choice. This has happened means it means that there is a failure. This means that I have lost it. It doesn't mean that, right? But when you give up, that is where you have totally lost it. But if you don't give up, if you keep that courage, that okay, whatever things which comes into your life, it comes to you to teach you some lesson. And that lesson could be to have more courage. It is the lesson which you have to be, it will make you more tolerant, right? A lesson could be which will teach you to how to be more patient, right? So it teaches you something very profound and very unique. But at that time, what happens is because I get overwhelmed with what is happening, what is coming to you, right? And we get lost into it. And that is why that new aspirations I have, the new zeal and enthusiasm I have, is basically is becomes soda water, right? That bubbling energy, that fresh energy, that new energy is not there, right? So what I have to learn is that no matter what happens in the outer world, what I have to do, I go within, see what my intentions are, right? And you will find that most of the time my intention is always good, right? So touch, connect with your pure self. Pure self means my good self, my motivated self. Connect with that. That what is my intention? What is my purpose? My purpose is to share happiness. My purpose is to spread peace, right? That is my purpose. And so connect with your purpose and then look at the outer situation and then make a choice, because you have a choice to do whatever you want to do. Okay? And that power of choice is yours. Right? And so if you make right choices, then you will become victorious. You will learn something new, and learning new means moving forward. Learning new is reaching, coming closer to your goal. Because certain lessons I have to learn, immediately maybe I will not get success. But there are some lessons which I need to learn. And those would be beautiful lessons to learn in life. Right? If I see it in that perspective, then. And so maintain this new consciousness that each and every moment is making me better. Right? If person who is there, who is making you agitated, or who is making you more impatient, see it in a perspective that this person, if this person comes into my life, it has taught me how to be more patient, isn't it? So see it from, change the perspective. If you change the perspective, then it is not a situation, it is not a problem. right? And what you will, the courage will come is that, okay, if this happens again, how will I handle myself? How will I manage myself? Right? And you will work towards the solution and not fed up with the same problem again and again, right? So bring this shift in your consciousness that whatever is coming to my life is coming to make me more positive. It is coming to make me more mature. Right? Then you are not running away from the situations. Because many times what we do, we try to run away from those situations. You think that no, this is not good. They don't like me, I don't want to be with them. But here, what you do? Okay, if they don't like me, it is okay. They have a choice. If they don't like me, it's okay, right? They can make a choice, but let me see what I can do, right? But I like them, so it's fine. There could be a difference of opinion. It's okay, isn't it? Can it be like that or not? It is possible, right? So think in this way. Then you will see that each and every moment is an opportunity to learn, to grow. Right? Then you are not afraid of uncertainties. Right? We are afraid of uncertainties. But when you bring this newness, you will find that in whatever situation you will be, you will come out better. Have that faith, and then look at whatever things come into your life. Embrace that, accept it, and see what you can do best in that, keeping your good intention. And you will see things will change. Right? Then you don't have to change job, or you have to change your home. You do not have to change your cell phones or nothing like that. Just change your attitude, change your consciousness. That's all. And for you, the whole world is new then. Right. So live with each and every moment with newness. Right? See each and every step as an opportunity. Okay, then life will make you learn so many things, and you will see very beautiful things in it. Okay. Okay, if you have any questions, maybe we'll take it after meditation. Let's sit for meditation, reflection, and create a very positive, uplifting feeling for the self, and prepare ourselves to live with new consciousness. Om Shanti. Make sure your back is straight, feet grounded, or you can sit in cross legs, and again arms also in relaxed position. If you are holding on to something, just put it aside and sit very relaxed. Now I'm aware about the outer world and the inner world. I constantly relate with the outer world, and so for a few minutes let me truly connect to my inner world. Inner world is my feelings, my thoughts, my perception. I am a hopeful being. I hope for the best. And when I connect to my true self, I know that my intentions are also very pure and genuine. Whether it is for the self or for others. Let me connect to my enthusiastic being. Each and every day of my life, I start with zeal and enthusiasm. To make myself feel better and make others also around me feel better. This is my sole purpose of life. Observing my pure intentions allows me to have self-respect. I deeply appreciate myself for keeping that hope and having a very positive vision. I promise to myself that I will always hold this beautiful vision which I have created for myself. And holding this beautiful vision allows me to truly connect to myself. I am in tune with my inner self. It has made my belief more stronger. This allows me to have faith in myself. I am a pure, positive being. I have good wishes and pure feelings for myself and everyone around me. This positive awareness have brought stability, stability in my feelings. I am peaceful and happy. I can feel inner peace, tranquility. My mind is calm and cool. Where there is inner strength, inner stability, am now aware that whenever I tap into my inner world, I will be able to connect to my true self, positive being. And I promise to myself that I will look at each and every moment with a new consciousness, a positive outlook. With courage. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. I know there was some internet connectivity got lost in between, but yeah, I think you still would have continued your meditation, reflection, right? So things do happen, but I maintain my stability, right? So that is a real example, right? Things doesn't go well the way we expected, right? But it's okay. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you have enjoyed this today's session, learned something, and I hope have good wishes for all of you that you maintain your new consciousness in this new year, right? And you achieve success in whatever resolutions which you have kept for yourself. Okay, all the best for that. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. It was very nice session to learn something.
You're welcome. Okay, thank you. Okay.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. See you next Tuesday. Okay.
Om
With yet
Shanti.
another session. Om Shanti.